Warren Buffett made his first $1 million by age 30. Today, at 94, he's worth over $118 billion. But here's what will shock you. He still lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. He drives a 2014 Cadillac. He eats at McDonald's almost every morning, and he's given away more money than most people will ever see in their lifetime. The man who could buy anything chooses to live simply while building extraordinary wealth. Most people think you need to be born rich, have insider knowledge, or take massive risks to build wealth. That's completely wrong. Warren Buffett's wealth didn't come from luck, inheritance, or complex financial schemes. It came from 7 simple habits that anyone can copy, starting today, regardless of how much money you have right now. I spent months studying Buffett's interviews, annual letters, and biographies to uncover these exact habits. What I discovered will change how you think about money forever. These aren't get-rich-quick tricks. They're wealth-building principles that compound over decades to create financial freedom. The beautiful thing about Buffett's approach is its simplicity. While everyone else is chasing crypto, day trading, or trying to time the market, Buffett sticks to basics that have worked for over 60 years. He calls it simple wealth. And today you're going to learn exactly how it works. Think about this. If you started with just $100 and followed Buffett's principles, earning his average annual return of 20%, you'd have over $38 million after 30 years. That's not fantasy. That's compound interest working in your favor. But here's what most people miss. Buffett's wealth habits aren't just about investing. They're about how he thinks, how he spends his time, how he makes decisions, and how he views money itself. These mental models are what separate wealthy people from everyone else. The first time I heard Buffett say, rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. I thought he was just being clever. But after studying his methods, I realized this simple statement contains the entire foundation of wealth building. It's not about making huge gains. It's about protecting what you have and letting time do the heavy lifting. Here's what's fascinating. Buffett has never owned a yacht, never bought expensive art, never collected luxury cars. Yet he's one of the happiest, most fulfilled people on the planet. He figured out that true wealth isn't about what you can buy. It's about having enough money working for you that you never have to worry about money again. Today, I'm going to share his 7 wealth-building habits that anyone can apply, even if you're starting with nothing. These habits have created more millionaires than any investment strategy in history. If you want to build real, lasting wealth using Warren Buffett's proven methods, hit that subscribe button right now. What I'm about to share could be worth millions to you over the next few decades. So don't miss a single habit. Habit 1. Live below your means. No matter what, Warren Buffett's first wealth habit sounds almost too simple to work. But it's the foundation everything else is built on. Despite being worth over $100 billion, Buffett still clips coupons, buys his clothes at regular stores, and refuses to upgrade his lifestyle just because he can afford to. When Buffett was making $4,000 a year as a young investor, he lived on $1,000 and invested the rest. When he was making $50,000, he still lived modestly and invested the difference. Today, despite his enormous wealth, his annual spending is still a tiny fraction of his income. Here's the key insight most people miss. Your wealth isn't determined by how much you make. It's determined by the gap between what you make and what you spend. Buffett calls this gap your wealth-building machine. The bigger the gap, the faster you build wealth. Sarah, a teacher making $45,000 a year, applied this principle by living on $35,000 and investing $10,000 annually. After 25 years, her modest income had grown into over $1.2 million. Meanwhile, her colleague making $80,000 but spending $78,000 had almost nothing saved. The magic happens because of what Buffett calls the compound interest snowball. Every dollar you don't spend gets invested and starts earning returns. Those returns get reinvested and earn more returns. Over time, this creates wealth that grows faster than your income ever could. Habit 2. Invest in what you understand. Buffett's second habit revolutionized my thinking about investing. He only buys stocks in companies he completely understands. If he can't explain the business model to a child, he doesn't invest. This is why he avoided tech stocks for decades and missed the dot-com boom, but also avoided the devastating crash that followed. When everyone was buying complicated financial products before 2008, Buffett was buying simple businesses like Coca-Cola and McDonald's. While others lost fortunes, his wealth kept growing because he understood exactly what he owned. This habit isn't just about stocks. It applies to any investment. Before you put money anywhere, ask yourself, do I truly understand how this makes money? If the answer is no, don't invest. Habit 3. Think like an owner, not a trader. Most people treat investing like gambling. They buy stocks hoping they'll go up quickly, then panic and sell when prices drop. Buffett does the opposite. When he buys a stock, he imagines he's buying the entire company and plans to own it forever. This mindset changes everything. Instead of worrying about daily price movements, you focus on the long-term health of the business. Instead of trying to time the market, you buy quality companies at fair prices and hold them while they grow. Buffett bought Coca-Cola stock in 1988 and still owns it today. That investment has returned over 2,000%, not because he was lucky, but because he thought like an owner and let compound growth work its magic. Habit 4. Read everything. Every day Warren Buffett reads for 5-6 hours every single day. His office doesn't have a computer on the desk, just stacks of annual reports, newspapers, and business magazines. He calls reading his competitive advantage and credits it for most of his investment success. But here's what makes Buffett's reading habit different. He's not consuming random information. He reads with a specific purpose, always looking for investment opportunities and business insights. He reads annual reports of companies he might buy, industry publications to understand trends, and biographies of successful business leaders to learn from their strategies. This habit compounds over decades. After 60 years of intensive reading, Buffett has accumulated more business knowledge than almost anyone alive. This knowledge helps him spot opportunities others miss and avoid mistakes that destroy wealth. You don't need to read 5 hours a day to benefit from this habit. Start with 30 minutes daily, focusing on material that improves your financial knowledge. Read annual reports of companies you're interested in, business books, and financial news. Over time, this knowledge becomes your greatest asset. Habit 5. Be patient. Be very patient. Buffett's 5th habit might be the hardest for most people: extreme patience. He's famous for saying, "Time is the friend of the wonderful business, the enemy of the mediocre." His average holding period for stocks is over 10 years, and some of his best investments he's held for decades. This patience allows him to benefit from compound growth that most investors never experience. While others are buying and selling constantly, paying fees and taxes with each trade, Buffett's investments grow uninterrupted for years or even decades. The power of patience is mathematical. An investment that grows 10% annually doubles in 7 years, becomes 4 times larger in 14 years, and grows to 8 times its original size in 21 years. But this only works if you don't interrupt the process by constantly buying and selling. Habit 6. Keep cash for opportunities. While most investors are fully invested at all times, Buffett always keeps substantial cash reserves. Berkshire Hathaway currently holds over $150 billion in cash, waiting for the right opportunities. This habit serves 2 purposes. It provides stability during market crashes, and it gives him massive buying power when great companies go on sale. During the 2008 financial crisis, while others were forced to sell, Buffett was able to buy high-quality companies at incredibly low prices. Think of cash reserves as opportunity fuel. When markets crash and everyone else is panicking, having cash available lets you buy assets at discount prices. This is when real wealth is created, but only if you're prepared. You don't need billions in cash to benefit from this habit. Keep 3 to 6 months of expenses in emergency savings, plus additional cash for investment opportunities. When great investments become available at low prices, you'll be ready to act while others can't. Habit 7. Give generously. Live modestly, Warren Buffett's final habit reveals the ultimate purpose of wealth building. Despite being one of the richest people in history, he's pledged to give away 99% of his fortune during his lifetime or at death. He's already donated over $50 billion and continues giving billions more each year. This isn't just about charity, it's about understanding what money is really for. Buffett realized early that beyond meeting your basic needs and providing security, money's greatest power is its ability to help others and make a positive impact on the world. Living modestly while giving generously creates a powerful psychological effect. It keeps you grounded, prevents lifestyle inflation, and ensures that money serves you rather than controlling you. Buffett drives an old car and lives in a modest house not because he's cheap, but because he understands that happiness doesn't come from expensive possessions. The transformation these 7 habits create is extraordinary. Before implementing Buffett's methods, most people live paycheck to paycheck, stressed about money, making emotional investment decisions, and never building real wealth. They chase get-rich-quick schemes, buy things they can't afford, and treat investing like gambling. After mastering these habits, you live below your means and invest the difference consistently. You make informed investment decisions based on understanding rather than emotion. You think long-term and let compound interest work in your favor. You read constantly, expanding your knowledge and spotting opportunities others miss. You remain patient while others panic, and you keep cash ready for when great opportunities arise. Most importantly, you understand that true wealth is about freedom and the ability to help others, not about accumulating expensive possessions. This transformation doesn't happen overnight. Buffett didn't become wealthy in a few months or even a few years. His fortune was built over 6 decades of consistent application of these simple habits. But here's the beautiful part. Every day you delay starting is a day you miss out on compound growth. The secret isn't complicated strategies or perfect timing. It's consistently applying these 7 simple habits while everyone else is looking for shortcuts. Start with one habit. Maybe begin living below your means, or start reading for 30 minutes daily about business and investing. Master that habit, then add the next one. Your future self will thank you for the decision you make today. In 20 years, you can either be in the same financial position you're in now, or you can be financially free because you chose to follow the proven path of the greatest investor in history. Right now, in the comments, write down which habit you're going to start implementing this week. Don't just watch and forget, take action. If this video opened your eyes to Warren Buffett's simple but powerful approach to building wealth, hit the like button and subscribe for more wealth-building strategies. Share this with someone who needs to hear these lessons. Remember, wealth building isn't about luck or timing. It's about habits. Start building yours today.